My name is Brent Hellickson, and my wife and I have been raising grapes in western Colorado here for more than 2 decades now. We own a vineyard and a winery called Stone Cottage Cellars just outside of Paonia in western Colorado. The climate has changed significantly since we've moved here, and talking to the old timers in the valley here from back in the 20s and 30s, it's changed even more so. Right now, the warming that's occurred in the climate is affecting us in 3 broad ways. One, as you might expect, the budding of the grapes is happening earlier in the spring, and yet we seem to still get a frost event, about the time we might expect it, and so the grapes have budded out and then get nipped by frost, and that's happening to many of the fruits in the valley as well. We've had hotter summer temperatures. The peak temperatures in the summer are warmer, and the fall is, especially as we're seeing this fall, we have not had a frost yet, and it's a month past when we might expect to have had one. The second way that climate change has been affecting us is the introduction of pests that we really haven't seen in this climate anyway. Particularly you see it in the forests, but you also see it in some of the vineyards and orchards around here as well. And the third and probably most important way that it's been affecting us is through changes in the watershed. And that includes a reduction in snowpack. We're not seeing as much snowpack as we have in the past. The spring is warming up earlier, as I mentioned, which causes a couple of things to happen. One, the runoff comes off earlier and faster. The reservoirs fill often like they should, but because we're not able to use the runoff as it's coming off, we end up having to dip into those reservoirs earlier, which then means we run out sooner in the fall. It also has changed the vegetation on the watershed as a whole. We have a couple of different things going on up there. One of them is called sudden aspen decline, which is a response of the aspen groves to temperature and drought both, and that's caused some of the aspen groves to die back. Which, although there are no leaves on them in the fall, they do provide shade to the snowpack that's on the ground. And so when that shade is gone, the snowpack again comes off earlier and faster. We also in Colorado here have an issue with various kinds of pine beetles that are destroying the coniferous forests that are farther up in the watershed as well, and that's having a significant impact on the watershed character as well. So each of those things is definitely making a difference, and taken together, it's making things harder. Farming was hard to start with, but it's getting harder now.